Oh, I got some juicy news for you. Profit First app version 2.0 is here. With an enhanced user experience and video guidance throughout, you can now be even more confident in your Profit First implementation. Plus, listeners who work with a certified Profit First professional get extra benefits. Check it out now at www.profitfirstapp.com.
Today, right here, right now, this is the moment that you will finally say,
I'm growing my accounting practice, and you're going to discover exactly how right here, right now,
on the Grow My Accounting Practice podcast. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Ron Saharian, co-founder of Profit First Professionals.
And I am Liz Sporn, a guide here at Profit First Professionals.
And you're all listening to GMAP, where we teach you step-by-step how to grow your accounting, bookkeeping, or coaching practice. And of course, we're going to give you action tips that you can take right away. And of course, we're going to have a great interview. I'm excited about today's interview, Liz.
Me too.
And unfortunately, Mike isn't with us today. So Liz and I are managing all of this. So you guys are lucky.
Yeah, you are lucky.
For lack of better words. Guys, and also don't forget to subscribe. And that way you can always watch or listen to the Grow My Accounting Practice podcast. And also, I want a special shout out to Donna Lyons of Pumpkin Plan, right? Now, as you know, Donna, right? Donna Lyons is sponsoring Pumpkin Plan Your Business is sponsoring today's episode. It's a wonderful coaching program based upon one of Mike's other book, Pumpkin Plan. Definitely check it out, everybody. Thanks, Donna.
Thanks, Donna. Yeah, I love working with Donna. I
got another shout out that I'd like to say. And this shout out is to Jennifer Clark. Okay. You know, Jennifer Clark, right? She is our event planner extraordinaire. Liz, you guys just had a wonderful event down in Baltimore. I wasn't able to make it. But I know Jen's a loyal listener. And guys, listen, if you guys are thinking about having an event, make sure you're looking up Taxi Talk.
Yep. Yeah.
Tell them Liz sent you.
I took Liz and Jennifer out to dinner on the last night. I said that we were walking out. At the end of any retreat, the adrenaline is going for, from Wednesday, all Thursday, all Friday. And we're just all excited. And then literally it's 5:45 on Friday, event's over. It's the three of us are cleaning the room at the end. And all of us were like, we just basically melted. And they said, do you want to go to dinner with us? And I said, no, I'm just going to go sit in my hotel room. And I was like, I can't sit in my hotel room. And so and actually Donna Lim, another member, joined us for dinner. And we had such a great talk. Like, Jennifer is hilarious. Liz is amazing and hilarious. It was so fun. So that's a great shout out. I adore both of those women.
They all are. And you know what? Also, so are our members.
Heck yeah. Look, but like I'm writing these beautiful little cards that say the theme this year. So Najma just told us she's in her own mastery meetup in Australia right now. And our theme was hidden in plain sight. So I'm making these little thank you cards for everybody that says truth is always hiding in plain sight, which means it is not hiding at all. And I love that because that was the whole theme. It was so fun. We're like, everything you need is in this room. Every expert is in this room that you know them and you're friends.
And that's the beauty of
so
community.
Fun.
I know we're going on a tangent, but that's the beauty of community, guys. That's the importance of community, right? Don't go it alone, right? And join a community where, a rising tide lifts all boats, where, you can ask for help, where you can be supported, where you can contribute to others' needs and stuff like that. And that's one of the benefits of Profit First Professionals, whether you're a member here in America, you're a member in the UK, or even like Naj, a member in Australia.
Yay. All right. Speaking of Ms. Khan, I'm going to introduce our lovely, esteemed multi-winner. She's just a winner. If you want to hang out with
Firm of the year, baby.
If you want to hang out with winners, you want to hang out with Najma Khan. She is a certified Profit First professional and founder of Rocket to Profit, has been helping purpose-driven business owners take control of their cash flow since 2014. Woo! With a calm, practical approach, she empowers entrepreneurs to build their profitable businesses and make a meaningful impact. With no further ado, Najma, welcome.
Oh my.
We're
Thank
so
you.
happy to have
Thank you,
you here.
Liz.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Ron.
Yeah. So Najma, you're celebrating 10 years of eradicating entrepreneurial poverty along with us.
Yes,
One of
100%
the
I
things that
am.
we were talking about was implementing Profit First can do much more than just improve your bank accounts. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Okay. Can I just say thank you very much, firstly, to Liz and to Ron for inviting me to this podcast. And of course, thank you, Mike, for writing Profit First. It's absolutely changed my life and my clients' lives. And I think we are changing many lives. You know, every Profit First professional that's actually implementing it in their own businesses and in their clients' businesses. So we are changing lives. And
Agreed.
yes, so I am going to start off with in 2014. I was I'm a homeschooled mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm originally from South Africa. I grew up in South Africa, came to Australia. I worked for the Commonwealth Bank, actually two banks, and I worked for a private company. And when I had my first baby, I just couldn't bear to take my baby and put my baby into a childcare. And so I decided to do something. In 2014, I decided, okay, I've got an accounting background. I'm going to start a bookkeeping practice. But I was never going to do it the way my parents built their business. They were tied to their business. They became slaves to their business. And I wanted to do something different. So I decided I need to do, what am I going to do? And I came across Profit First. I read it. But reading is just reading when you don't do anything with it. So you only learn when you implement. So when I started my business on the 1st of July, 2014, I was going to implement the system from day one.
Nice.
And I started my business.
Wow.
And for me, it was just an experiment. Firstly is I wanted to start with the least amount of money I could start off with. So I started with $500. But there was something else that I wanted to do. And I wanted to give back to society. I could have retired anytime, but I decided, no, there was something that I needed to do. And coming
Something
from
a little
Africa,
more out there for you, right?
100%. I just wanted to do something different. I wanted to give back because I've been working. How do I contribute? What contribution can I make back? So I grew up in South Africa. And as you know, Africa, most girls walk to and from the river to bring 2 pails of water. So I decided, okay, how can I make it possible for girls to get educated? The only way was to build wells closer to their homes. So that was my mission. My mission was, let me help build these wells closer to people's these homes so girls can go to school and they get educated. So it was twofold. The parents get the water, the mothers don't have to walk to the river with their daughters, and girls go to school and the water's closer to them. So I chose a country, and the country I chose was actually not in Africa, but in Bangladesh, because I'm in between. I live in Australia, so it's easy for me to go to Bangladesh. And yes, so I started.
That's an impoverished country there, Bangladesh.
Yes, underdeveloped. Yes.
Yeah.
And I started with $500, and I opened 5 accounts.
Oh, wonderful. Yes.
Yes. So I had to implement it because the only way to learn is to start doing something. Even if you do something incorrectly, at least start. Take micro steps. It's important to do that. And so I started, I opened it, I got my first client. And from day one, I rewarded myself.
I love it. I love it.
Isn't that crazy? So you followed the
It's
percentages in the book, right? You opened up your business, $500. You started out, you allocated in there, and this is 14 years ago.
Yes.
So you've been paying yourself consistently for 14 years. You've been profitable for 14 years. You've been taking profit distributions for 14 years.
Actually, 10 years. I started in 2014. So,
oh,
yeah.
sorry.
10
10
years,
years,
10 years.
10 years,
Yeah.
10 years. Yeah. Wow. What does that feel like?
I feel fulfilled.
Nice.
It's
Great.
fulfillment. It's, you know, when you have peace of mind, you have peace of mind. You can sleep well. You know, at the end of the 30th of June is the end of financial year for Australians. And I know I have money in the bank account to pay my taxes when the accountant says to me, hey, Najma, you've been profitable. You owe this amount of money to the tax man. No problem, I have it. And I've had it ever since 2014, every year. I started.
Love it.
But the beauty about this is I started in 2014. I built one well in my first year.
Wow.
Nice.
Right.
Wow. Okay. So 10 years later,
It's 100 plus wells.
it's 100. I knew it wasn't going to be 10. I knew it. I was like, there is no way it's 10. Oh, Najma, that's
So you
fantastic.
built 100 wells, drinking wells to provide.
Yes, it's
water.
100 plus now. Yes. So it's
wow.
like, unfortunately, I'm not in my office because I would actually show you. Every time I speak to people, I always show them the wells because every time a well is built, I get a copy of the well, the photograph with the people, you know, there. And each well, I remember speaking to Mike about this, and Mike asked me the question, and it just never occurred to me. He asked me, so each well, how many people does each well serve? And I said, each well serves 100 people. And he said to me, do you realize that if you took the number of wells times 100 people, you are impacting so many people?
Yes. Yes.
Every single day,
It's
365 days a year.
Every single day. We talked about ripples the other when we were at one of the speakers talked about ripples in Mastery Meetup, and the ripples that come out of your deliberate intentional actions are just endless. They just ripple and ripple. Oh, it's beautiful.
The ripple effect, isn't it? Throw a pebble into the river and you just watch it all.
Just keeps going. Oh, it's beautiful.
So let's talk a tactic. Did you set up an extra account for well creation? Is that what you did?
Yes, charity. Yes, my it's called my
So you have
charity
a charity
water account. Yes,
that's what it's
a charity
titled.
water account. Yes, yes. So
wow.
So and the beauty is each year, I'm not sitting at a 5% profit.
Right.
So I've literally grown and my profit has grown. And that explains why, because when I get my profit, 50% of my profit actually goes to building these wells.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Great.
And 50% is what I keep for myself or do whatever I feel like. But, you know, and this is what's happened. It's just made a complete difference to the way I look at my business. And I know that I'm not just doing something for the sake of doing it, but I'm leaving a legacy. And everybody doesn't need to build wells. Everybody doesn't need to do this. You know, some people just start a business to put food on the table. And that too is something, you know, they're making an impact. They're doing something for the benefit of their children or send their kids to private school or do something. But we've got to start. You can't just read a book and leave it on the shelf.
Well, so I want to go to that. I want to move to how you share this amazing thing that you have done and implemented for yourself, for your family, for your community, for your fulfillment. How do you introduce Profit First or speak about this profit strategy with your clients so they feel, you know, the line that you said is the only way to learn it is to start. Not everyone thinks that's true. They're a little more hesitant or a little less bold. So how do you share with your clients?
Okay. All right. So when I read Profit First, it became how can I say, something I just speak. I love it. I effectively love it. So I'm always, you know, I'm a guide at Profit First Australia. And when I speak to other PFPs, and they always laugh at me because when I say to them, even when I'm in supermarket line, I talk to people and I'll tell them what I do.
Yes.
Right.
So
yeah. How do you not oversell it? because of your enthusiasm. Teach me, because I have that problem.
Okay, it's passion, isn't it? You've got to be
Yes,
passionate about
it's
what you do.
passion, but it's
Passionate.
scary
It's
for
passion.
people.
Yes, no. So I'm very passionate about when I'm into something, I'm all in, 100% or more. So, and
Yep.
I believe in profit first. Why is it that people are not taught this in school? Nobody's taught this in school. We know about the envelope system. We know about it. We've learned it from our great-grandparents, our grandparents. But why is it that we aren't following it? Why aren't we doing this? I mean, I remember my grandma doing this, the envelope system. Profit first, the digital version. We have
Exactly right.
online banking. So when I'm speaking to people and, when I'm in the queue at the supermarket, I'll just, okay, always smiling. I know,
I was
but
gonna
smile.
say there's a smile on there too. I can feel it. Yes. You're a
Right.
magnet.
So, yeah. So anybody that looks at me will smile back at me. And then I obviously naturally will start talking to them. But then I just tell them, and the people will ask me. Like the other day, I was at the cash register, and the person and the guy that was actually helping me asked me, "What do you do?" I said, "Oh, I teach people about money."
Nice.
I teach
And
I love
people
it.
about money.
Yep.
Okay.
Very
yes,
simple.
yeah,
Okay.
very
That's a great
simple.
transition statement. That's a great
Yep.
elevator
Yes,
pitch.
right. But when I'm speaking to a business owner, somebody, if I have to go to a cafe and if I meet the owner and I'm speaking to them, and I always ask them, "So you started your business? Have you been paying yourself consistently?"
Nice.
That's the first question I always ask them. Or how do you pay yourself? And when people tell me, "Oh, yes, I pay myself," I say, "Do you pay yourself consistently? Or is it sporadic?"
Mm.
I love it.
And then they start talking to me, and I said, "I'm sure you're in a cafe and you probably have some cash flow issues, don't you?" I actually teach people a system that can help. I don't go all in and say, "Read the book, profit first, or do this."
Nah.
Yes. And so when I start to, so when you talk about money, you know, everybody needs money. From the time we get up in the morning, we're spending dollars. We've
Right.
got to turn on the electricity. We're
Yep.
spending. We continuously spending from the time we leave the door of our homes. We're spending money. So it's on everybody's minds.
Yes.
It's just like oxygen.
Yes.
We
On
need
their
it.
minds, in their heads, on their hearts, in their stomachs,
Yes.
in their,
Yes.
yeah, on their shoulders. Yep.
Yes. It's stress.
I love it. So you were basically leading with the emotional piece, right? Saying, tell me a little bit more. How are you, how do you pay yourself sporadically or whatever? How do you help them experience the emotionality of this process? What do you do for that to give them the clarity?
Okay. So when I'm speaking to them, so a lead comes through and we have a conversation, but before the lead can come through to me, they've already heard about me through somebody.
Yes, I
Or
bet.
they've seen me, they've already seen something about me, or a social media post, or whatever it is. And I'm always being recommended by other people. So when they come to me, I would firstly talk to them about why money is important. If you don't put food on the table, you're going to remain hungry, right? And when I'm talking to them, they tend to ask me questions about what I do and how I do it. And I start talking to them, and I do bring in the piece about building wealth, because I'm a great believer that deep within everybody, we all want to make a difference.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And when we want to make a difference, we sometimes we just don't know how. So when I speak to people and I tell them about what I do and the building of the wells for me, so when they ask me what I do, I say to them, I'm a builder of wells.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
they get curious, because I never just go and say I'm a bookkeeper or I'm an accountant, or so I build wells. So when they say, how do you build wells? Do you build wells? Yes, I'm a bookkeeper, but I build wells. And this is how I do it. I've implemented a system in my business where it gives me the opportunity to give back. And so far, every client that has worked with me has got a charity account. People have been giving. Every one of them. I have clients that have actually contribute to DV. The Malala Foundation, animal welfare. There's so many. Everyone has got something. They all want to give back. And
so not only are you yourself, facilitating wells being built, your customers all have charity accounts of some flavor that you're ensuring that they can continue to give to those charities.
Right.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. Like Liz says, it's a ripple. So
Yes.
when they listen to what my story and what I do, they in fact want to say to me, hey, Najma, I think we're ready now. We want to give back. And this is what we want to do. And yeah, so it just fills my heart.
I love it. We had, do you know who Paul Dunn is? Do you know Paul Dunn? Paul spoke to our group in April, and he owns a business called B1G1, and it's business for good.
Yes.
I figured you probably knew him, right?
Yes,
and he makes, and it was so amazing to see how many of our designer members showed up to that one. So sometimes we have a little meeting fatigue, and they were there on that one. Everybody wants to be impactful. You are so right. They want to do good, and his whole business makes it that much easier for us to walk the walk, and for their clients to, every time one of his clients, you could have it this way, they sign up to work with you, you're part of your onboarding process, and your thank you is, which would you like to donate to? An education fund, a water fund, or an animal fund? And they can make it so simple, and it's so powerful. So I love that you're doing this and leading with that with your clients. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And the other thing I do when I actually build a well, the well is actually named in a client's name. And so when I get the report, I am then showing my client, this is how we've contributed. This is how you've helped me contribute and make a difference. Yes. And when they see that, they just like, they just, I think their heart melts.
So this all sounds great. And our audience listening, they're like, yeah, this is great. But how do you deal with the skepticism? Like, are you facing any skepticism, or because you're just like all in, smiling, sharing what you're doing in your business, there's no skepticism? Or is there, and how do you overcome it?
Well, if anybody's actually contacted you and said, hey, I've read the book, or they've come to you and just said, hey, I want to, we do have some skeptics. Some people would come and say, hey, why would I have to have opened so many accounts? Why? And I mean, we just had a post the other day where an accountant has said, you've got a profit account, but that profit is not profit. At the end of the day, the money that's in the bank, in that bank account, still belongs to the business, irrespective. Whatever you name it, you can name it anything, it still belongs to the business. And at the end of the day, most times businesses show a profit on the profit and loss, but they have no money. At least this client has money in the bank account and named it profit. So I think at the end, we need to be intentional when we open an account. When we name it, magically something happens, and that account just starts building up with money. And I find that when I name an account, when I've had clients who wanted to build homes, buy Teslas, electric vehicles, EVs, I say to them, let's open an EV account. And within a year, it's possible for them to do it. And before the end of the financial year, I have one client that says, can I go and buy my car now? I said, yes, let's get ready. 1st of June's coming, let's do it. So, so this is—
That's fun.
When we become intentional, and I get my clients to name the accounts to, for the purpose that we're building the money for. And I think it just excites them because when
100%.
I just don't do what Mike asked us to do, like do our allocations twice a month. I get them to do it weekly.
Okay. No, that's
So,
okay. That's the art and
yes,
science of this, right?
Yeah.
It's once a month, twice a month, 4 times a month. I mean,
Whenever.
every day is too much, but
What I'm learning is that the book is kind of like music composition. It's just music on paper. Profit first are words on paper, but what Najma is doing is she's making it come to life. She's actually the
Exactly.
conductor that is architecting and using the different bank accounts like various different instruments to achieve a beautiful composition that
Nice.
comes along there. What You've been with us for 10 years. I know it, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You always have a special place in my heart, no doubt about it. What can you share with the accountants and bookkeepers that are listening in America or wherever they're listening that are a little suspect as to whether or not they can do profit first, whether or not their customers, will embrace profit first? What do you say to those folks?
Okay, what can I say to them? Why aren't you a profit first professional yet?
What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? You know, I think the fact that I implemented profit first from day one in my business, I was somebody different. So I am not just a bookkeeper. I am not just an accountant. I am no ordinary bookkeeper or accountant.
Nah.
This is a joke. In our open offices every week, whoever talks to me, they always know I'm always comparing our services to branded handbags. So
Nice.
Branded
Okay.
handbags. Okay.
Okay.
so it's Louis Vuitton or it's Hermes or whatever.
Oh,
So
really good
we
ones.
are
Okay.
the Hermes,
Yeah.
and the funny thing is when our members actually go to another country or visit somewhere and they see Louis Vuitton, they'll take a photograph and they'll post it in our group and they say, Najma, this is for you, because
Nice.
I'm always comparing it to when you're selling a service. Be the branded person, because when you're the
Yes.
branded person, you can command a better value.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so you can price well. And let's face it, when somebody comes to you, okay, to start off with, an entrepreneur already has money. They are, let's say, 5% of the entire population, right? They're one of the smartest people. They want to make money and they want to feel special. This is something I learned from my dad a long time ago. My dad's late now, but my dad always said, always meet anybody that comes into your life, make them feel special. It starts with a smile.
Mm-hmm.
So when a person comes in, irrespective of their status in society, make them feel special. We have a business in South Africa, and we deal with corporate wear. So we manufacture, we wholesale, and we retail. So if a customer walked in, and that customer, usually because we sell school uniforms, a principal would walk into our business. My dad would make that person leave, not just as a principal again, just leave our business as a principal. My dad would make that person leave as a principal and an entrepreneur.
Oh,
Because
nice.
he would teach them literally how they can earn more money. And so when I get people that come to speak to me, and usually people that actually speak to me, they come in as sole traders. So far, every sole trader that has started with me now is a company. So I make them feel and understand that you can be a CEO of your business, and we can make a difference. We can change your status from where you are now to where you want to be, because that's what they want to be. So when we make them feel special, when we talk to them, when we say to them, hey, you started, yes, you're here, nothing's going to happen overnight, but let's give it some time. And with the system, by just implementing the system, things are going to change. And I just believe that we can make the difference. So if you're an accountant, a bookkeeper, you can change lives, even coaches. You can change people's lives. You have clients, show them what you can do. Implement it in your own business to start off with, and then you
Yeah,
can
and
do
now
it.
you're coaching accountants and bookkeepers through the Profit First Professionals arm in Australia. So guys, if you're listening out in Australia and you want to learn from Najma, woof, join membership.
Yep. Lucky you. If you get a chance to work with her, lucky you.
So Najma,
You know?
this went by so fast.
So fast.
Where can our audience find more about you, reach out to you, and just learn from you?
Okay, so I have an Instagram channel at Rocket to Profit, which is
Rocket to
trademarked.
Profit. Yep.
Yes, I'm actually have a kit that's coming out. It's called the Cash Flow Clarity Kit.
Right.
And I work with a life coach. So we have Money and Life by Design. So I don't just do the money side of it. I have a life coach that I'm partnered with. So if you're a bookkeeper, accountant, or a coach, you can partner with other people and
Yes.
teach the system. So there's so many ways to skin a cat. And
I love it.
Yeah. And I'm a great believer that when we give clarity to our clients, we are able to actually teach them anything and everything, because once they get clarity with their finances, everything changes. So for me, clarity is the new currency.
I love it. Thank you so much. That was a perfect mic drop moment. Clarity is very nice. Well done. Thank you.
Wow.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much, Najma. It was wonderful to see you. We appreciate you being here. I look forward to going to Australia and seeing you in person someday soon. So
Yeah,
I'm just
too.
throwing it out there. It's happening. It's going to happen.
Awesome.
You can come with Mike.
Exactly. I would love to. That would be fantastic. All right. Thank you so much, friend. We'll see you next time. Appreciate you. Ron, what was your biggest takeaway from our friend over here?
A couple of things. One that I really thought was awesome, a way to help your customers achieve what they want to achieve outside of the framework of just making money, right? It's having a higher level conversation with them. Yeah, okay, I get it. You want to pay yourself more. You want to do this. You want to do that. But what else? What else? Do you feel like you have anything missing? You want to be charitable. You want your name on a library. You want to sponsor a little league sports team. What do you want? I can help you do that. Yep. Wow. That was very powerful.
I loved it. So the words that bubbled up as she was talking, and she truly is a magnet. You could just see so clearly and feel it, is, I believe, in addition to choosing something to hook her name to, like this beautiful Profit First system, she is authentic, so passionate. She lives and does what she wants others to do, which is truly inspiring. And then she's realistic and strategic and relational, and all of those things. It's like this beautiful stew that allow people to feel comfortable and like, I can do this. And some do get intimidated by people who do really big things, like build 100+ wells in the universe. But I think, the fact that she is just so engaging and authentic, and it's hard to not want to hang out with people like that. So I loved like her sales.
All right, Liz, come on.
Her salesmanship is pretty amazing. Like, it's just really fun. Her focus on relationships is how I'll say it.
You got a trippy question for us?
I do. Yeah. So, again, every time I do these, the cards sort of find themselves to me. When you're down, what makes you feel better?
Thinking about gardening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like to lose myself in the garden. I like to, lose myself on the beach, thinking about the beach, and just those are my two go-to. But primarily, if I am feeling down at night or something and I'm trying to go to sleep, I want to get those negative thoughts out. I start thinking about gardening and what I'm looking forward to planting and trimming and getting dirty and being a kid again.
Nice. That's great.
How about you?
Yeah, mine's pretty similar. I get up and I go for a big long walk in the woods. The trees. I'm an outdoor tree human that takes some dogs with me, and we'll just go walk. And it's amazing that you're like, oh, right, whatever is on my head is not nearly as big, important, or old as these trees. So
Wow.
forget it, Liz. We're good.
And listeners, what do you do? Don't forget to subscribe. And as you review our show, share with us, what do you do in your downtime?
When you're down, you're down, what do you do? That's great. The sound goes on. There
But
you go.
at least
What's
you
your
can see the
insider
colors
access?
now.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's
a
really
little thing.
nice.
Yeah. Okay. So this is something that we do here that you absolutely could do. Najma is doing it. Her customers are doing it. Mike and I know that in the business, we have a charity account. We have a family account. At home, I have what's called kind of a charity account, but what it's for is for any kid that is selling anything, right? Whether it's bubble gum, those popcorns, those booklets. I appreciate the hustle and I want to buy it. And so I never want to say no to a kid, whether they want to mow my yard, shovel my driveway, walk my dog, clean my windows. That all costs money. And I also have snow removal service. So it's a double pay for me if I'm going to be paying kids, but I want to do that. I think every household should look to reward kids for hustling, whether it's selling candy so they can go to Washington or whether they selling something for new uniforms.
I love it. Very nice. Very nice, Ron.
Yeah.
All right. We did it.
All right, guys. Thank you. Najma, awesome. Thank you so much. Listeners, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to Grow My Accounting Practice Podcast.
Excellent. And if you'd like to hang out with amazing, impactful humans like Najma, you should head over to profitfirstprofessionals.com and click on the Become a Profit First Professional button. That will route you to have a call with Ron or with me to learn a little bit more about how the benefit of membership. We want to be on this journey with you. We know there's some dips and some valleys and some excitement, and we're along for the ride with you. So go to profitfirstprofessional.com if you want to make some impact in your clients' businesses as well.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good one.
Bye.